Hi everybody, this is Samsulalam from BangladeshProgrammer.com, and in the last video we installed our Zend skeleton application, and now today we will gather some basic knowledge of Zend Framework 2, like the files and folder structures and how it consists of configuration, how it works. So I like to get some knowledge before I start coding. So let's talk about this. So first of all, just open my blog tutorial. And there I write Zend Framework 2 start tutorial part 1. I titled it Gathering Some Initial Knowledge Before We Start Coding. And in this tutorial, I just talk about config and the public folder. So here you see this is the Zend skeleton application, files and folder structure, and here you see there is a folder name config, and under this configuration folder we have the autoload subfolder, and under the auto subfolder we have also the global.php and the local.php file, and also we have another file under the config, that is application.config.php. This application.config.php file is the main application configuration file for Zend Framework 2. Although this global.php and local.php also the configuration file, but it inherits from application.config.php file. So it's like, you can say, Zend Framework 2 have multi-level configuration which actually overlap each other. Like the first one, it checks for the application.config.php, and every configuration file here is like a PHP associative array, but it could be anything like JSON or XML, but it's better to use a PHP associative array because it doesn't need then parsing, so it gives you faster result. And the application.config.php then overrides with the module specification of the configuration file, because in Zend Framework 2 everything is actually works with module system. So there are also have some module specific configuration that actually overrides this application.config.php file. And then also we see that there is an auto folder file under the config, and there is the global.php and the local.php. So first it takes the global.php and then it also overrides with the local.php. This inheritance of overrides is actually helpful. Like you can use it like if we have a database that is global, and if you are running in your own environment, then you can name it in local. So you can name it like global database.global.php and database.local.php under the autoload folder, so that it automatically overrides this global.php file with the local.php. So you do not need to change the global.php file. So just work with your configuration with the local.php file. So this is very helpful also. So let's check, open our application.config.php file. Let's see what is in there. So I will open my Eclipse, but we will reach here when it is opening. So this is just an array, and you see there is a module, and under the module this is also an array, and it consists a key named application. Application is the name of the module. So every module has a namespace name. If you have multiple modules, then you just add this module namespace here after the comma. So now we have only in our skeleton application, if you go inside your module folder, then you will see there is only one module named application. And here you see, if we go to our project, and if there is a module, only one module named application. So we are opening our application.config.php file. We also have the two other methods in here, like configuration, like module listener options, and which is actually the module path, and also we have the config global path, which is redirect, which is append the value of global and local.php file. So this is hot in the application.config file, and we can also configure another things like the service manager and everything, but maybe we will do this in the module configuration. But this is all we have now for our skeleton application. And now we will talk about the public folder, because data is actually the caching and everything, but we do not need to know about this one now. We'll see about the module specific structure later. And now we'll go to the public, and you see in the public directory we have the static files like CSS images and the JavaScript files, and we have only one file that is called index.php. And in Zend Framework 2, basically everything actually every request that actually gets from the website, that website gets, it redirects it into this index.php file. So this is the only one that is providing the information to the user, back to the user, and get everything here. So it's basically more easier to maintain your application, and also it improves your security, so that you just only have one file to maintain your website, whole application, whole web application. So it's very helpful. But one thing, if you are using Apache, or then you have to do this in your configuration, Apache configuration file, and I will show you here how to do this, so that every request will redirect to index.php file. So at first you need to open your one thing, you have to write a htaccess file, and you just copy and paste this information into your .htaccess file. Just name a file name .htaccess extension, and just put this code only without this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is actually showing that this is the redirect condition, and anything that you get is actually brought into the index.php file. And to achieve this, you have to have the redirect engine on in your Apache configuration file, and you can open your Apache configuration file to check it if it is on or not, to your Apache folder, and then open the config folder, and you will see there is a httpd.conf file name, and just open it and search for the mod_rewrite.so, and if there is no number sign before, then it's already one. If it is a number sign, just remove this number sign now. And also you have to search for the allow overwrite, and this is where you have to find it, like there is a directory, and this is your document path, and under this document path you will check for this allow overwrite if it is all or none. So if it is none, then just rewrite it all, and then restart your Apache web server, and then it will work. Like everything will now redirect into your index.php file. So now we will check what is in the index.php file. In index.php file, actually Zend Framework 2 has done a great job. They just make it clean, only 3 lines of code, which actually very describable. Like first one is change directory, so it changed the directory to this folder, so that we can use the relative path from our whole application easily. And then it checks if it includes the init autoloader.php file, which actually checks if the application gets the Zend Framework library or not. If it doesn't get, then it will give you an error. Otherwise, everything is fine. So then it runs calls the MVC application of the Zend Framework, and my method is init method, and in init method it actually requires the configuration array, so that we require it from the config application.config.php file, and when it is initialized, it basically activates the service manager. Basically, in Zend Framework, to everything is service manager oriented, event-driven development. So service manager is the central object of the Zend Framework 2. So before the application starts, it starts actually, basically. So, and this service manager actually holds all the class objects and the factories are all defined into the service manager as a key. So when the service manager starts, then we just run the application. So this is the structure of index.php file, and so now we know what are a basic skeleton application in general thing. And if you want, then you can go actually to this init method of the Zend MVC application. Then you can see what they are doing. But we will just finish the video here. Next video we will see about a little bit module, how the folder structure of the module, and we will gonna write some code, and most probably I will start with writing the hello world common program that actually basically the programmer or developers want to start when we want to learn a new thing. Then we like to start with writing hello world program. So I will write a new module named hello world, then and just start coding. So on the next video I will do this, and now you can go to check my blog, Bangladesh Programmer, and also like my page, Facebook page, which you get in the description of this video, and we'll see each other in the next video. So have fun till then. Bye bye.